Pakistan, a bustling country of over 160 million different faces, colors, and identities. But these 160 million people can trace their origins to one historic document. The Lahore Resolution of 23rd March 1940.
23rd March, or which is popularly known in Pakistan as Pakistan Day, because All India Muslim League adopted a resolution on 23rd March 1940 in which they demanded 5 Muslim states in Muslim majority provinces.
Hindus and Muslims were two streams running a parallel course.
1940 resolution, they talked about different states. You know, there's a big controversy whether they talked about states or a single state. So to my mind, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah and other leaders, they might have imagined a state, you know, constituting different parts of northwestern India with maximum autonomy. That's the reason they talked about states, not the state.
The greatest fear for Muslim leaders of the time was that the British would leave without a constitutional agreement for the second largest community of the subcontinent. Years of proximity had convinced the Muslims that they would be quashed by the politics of the Hindus.
And that was the result of about 2 years Congress rule in 7 provinces of India as a result of 1937 elections. And the policies adopted by the Indian National Congress in those provinces proved that the Muslim fears, Muslim leadership fears and concerns about the domination of Hindu culture and Hindu religious philosophy over Muslim way of life were correct.
The stretch to the Lahore Resolution, however, was a steady and slow one. With provincial autonomy introduced in the subcontinent under the Government of India Act 1935, it was the 1937 elections that posed as an eye-opener. The Congress won a majority in 6 provinces, forming their government. But what ensued was the political, social, and economic suppression of the Muslim subjects. Requests to form coalition ministries with the minority Muslim League were rejected by the Congress. The previous calls of brotherhood from the Congress now rang empty. This was the only litmus test the Muslim leaders needed.
That what will be the future of Muslims in the subcontinent after independence. They wanted independence from Britishers, but they were afraid of their subjugation by Hindu majority in the subcontinent, and therefore there were different ideas were floated. And these ideas were given shape and given language in the resolution, Pakistan resolution in 23rd March 1940.
Though the term Pakistan had been coined years earlier by student leader Chaudhry Rahmat Ali, it was the Lahore Resolution that put the dream of a separate state into a formal political statement. But even this point of consensus took years of a volatile political climate and religious hostility. The resolution presented by A.K. Fazlul Haq went one step ahead of the usual call for autonomy. Muslim leaders had voiced their final say, a separate state. The distinctive quality of their cultures, law, and religion furthered the divide.
And therefore they decided that there is no other solution left for the Muslims of subcontinent but to have their own governments in the provinces where Muslims are in majority. Therefore, we call it a day which resulted in the creation of Pakistan as a result of that resolution which was adopted in Lahore on 23rd March 1940.
However, it was the 1946 polls that decisively proved Muhammad Ali Jinnah's claim that only the Muslim League truly represented the Muslims. Sweeping the polls with 100% seats at the center and a further 80% in the provinces, Congress's claim that they were a national body were shattered. Perhaps if the British had read the writing on the wall, the existence of Pakistan would have been impossible without bloodshed. But the determination of millions and the leadership of one man, the charismatic Muhammad Ali Jinnah, meant the creation of Pakistan was now unstoppable. The vision of the Lahore Resolution made it to reality on 14th August 1947.
Nobody even dreamt when the demand for Pakistan was made in 1940 that the state would be created within 7 years. Not a single person in the world, the paramount power, the British or the Indian National Congress or even the Muslim League or even I think Quaid-e-Azam ever dreamt that it would come so soon. And the struggle for Pakistan itself was so Herculean, so stupendous, so difficult that while the struggle was going on, the culmination of which, the end of which was not in sight and was not known, it was not possible to expect that the detailed blueprint